on how people that own vehicle will be carrying people will just sit on one side and be eating money. The other one that are working, they will be collecting money from there. At the end of the way, you look at what those drivers are doing is the money they pay, buy fuel and pay agbero. At the end of the day, they fly in the life of the average Nigerians. They will start paying at just price, paying to a fare that is supposed to be not more than 200 naira. They will be paying 500, 400 naira. That's one of the things I expect from public transport in Lagos State here. Because agbero is one of the major problems here. Because the way the Amanas, they are collecting money from those motorists and they are now putting the life of the unpaid Nigerian in this country, they are now adding into it. I think it's what government needs to do is totally scratch these people, allow the system to flow naturally so that those people that are actually working, those drivers, the money they are working, they can take it home. So that somebody cannot just be working. One people will sit down, one beer parlor, one bet Nigeria place and be eating the money and be eating the money just like that. That's one of the challenges we face in this country. That some people are working, some people are just eating the money. If they can strike this national unit, I believe this transition will be okay in Lagos State.
One of the experience I had with public transport is all this agboro. These people collecting money, calling themselves tax force. So there was a time there was a heavy downfall. So due to people rushing and people finding means of going home, so those agboros started increasing the fee. Not even from the driver, but them particular started increasing the fee. So that day was very annoying and so. So my solution or advice I would give is that government should find a way to even remove them totally from the road. Totally. If it is possible for commercial vehicle to go and buy their tickets, book it online or pay it online, they should find a way doing that. Not them staying on the road, causing more hiking or making people to be more discomfort. Because to me they bring discomfort to people. They are just there collecting money, unnecessary money. So that's my own solution. And
it's roads. You know, when the roads are not okay, you understand, they tend to put the burden on the people that enter their buses. You know, because of maintaining the vehicle, they will now put everything on us. Just for example, where I'm coming from, around somewhere in Ojo, in my estate, somewhere we used to take bike like 500 naira, but because it's rainy season and the road is not okay, everywhere is flooded. So from 500 naira, the thing went up to 1,500, 2,000 naira. So all those things, bad road also is a factor. I think if the government should, sit up, help us with good roads, accessible roads, I think it will go a very long way. And also in the aspect of fuel, I think if the government can do something about it, and bring down the cost of fuel in the country, I think it will also help. But bad roads, I think bad roads and good drainage system also, I think that's the major problem of bad roads in Lagos especially.
My biggest problem when I have coming out is vehicle. Coming out in the morning, going to work in the morning, you'll be standing, sometimes you'll be standing, there is no vehicle on the road, and the situation of finding yourself entering inside the bus, and the bus you will see, it will be closer. Going from here to the island, they will tell you 3,000. That's more cost, and what I advise the government to do, they should provide more vehicles for us so that to be able to carry both bus stop to bus stop, and also the increase of fuel, they should reduce it, because that's what causing the scarcity of vehicle on the road sometimes.
And transportation fares on the high side now, and it's really frustrating because it's a thing to leave home with an amount of money and getting to the park is another thing to meet another price, another addition, and like it's frustrating and you'll be pissed like you are with this particular money. Yesterday you enter this particular location for an amount of money, getting to the park the next day, and you are adding to that money again. And also for drivers, that they will know that their vehicles are in bad condition, and they will still go ahead with that kind of vehicle. All this, what I think government should do is that they should please help to decrease the price price of fuel, because that's what both drivers are saying. Because any slight opportunity, they will just increase the transport fare. They will say that epo wọn, this that, ẹ sọ fún àwọn ìjọba kí wọ́n dín owó epo kù. Shey you understand? So government should please, they should reduce the price of the fuel so that the drivers too can be considerate with the transport fare.
First and foremost, already we are all aware that the situation of this country is so precarious that first and foremost, we are aware that the situation generally is not favorable to anyone. And then secondly, this transportation issue is something that should go a long way to be supplemented by government in terms of making buses available at a fixed price and at affordable rates. I'm telling you, if that is done, it will go a long way to bring relief to both government and private workers.
The people in the public transport, that is what frustrates me about them. Sometimes they usually do air pollution in the public transport, congestion, and mostly the government should find a way to solve it. I don't know how to solve it, but the government know better and the government know how to do it.
Issue has many voices. Before the experts debate them, before the politicians defend them, we hear it directly from the people. This is Citizens Direct on TVWest. I am Victoria Obudende, and today we hit the street to ask citizens if you had the opportunity to advise leaders on one thing about the economy, what would it be?
I asked the driver why. You just inflate the money suddenly. Yesterday, I bought it 500 naira in the morning. When I came there today, they say it's 900 naira. How comes? What could have brought the sudden increment? He told me that once there is hold up on the road, they must surely inflate it. I say, why? You people are just doing whatever you like concerning the masses. Things are not done that way. What if I did not equip myself? Like maybe I budget the normal monies that I normally used to enter, and I get there, you inflate the money. How will I get to my destination? The driver was giving me unnecessary excuses that okay, what if they get to the road and they meet hold up? That hold up is cause of their inflation. Things are not done that way. People are not that convenient. If the rain is falling, you will suffer a lot. Because the transport you enter 100 naira, they will have triple or quadruple it. Things are not done that way. They are inconvenient the masses. I think everyone can proud themselves that they can be going with their motto. And they will have known their certain budget. But we masses, we are suffering. And we are not convenient. Maybe, and the only person, people that can intervene to make it regular is government. Because we cannot just tell them that they should do whatever that is not favor them. So those are the things those drivers are using to lie. So, and which we cannot do anything. We can only dance to their tone. Once we cannot afford to go anywhere than to enter the transport.
Most especially in Lagos. You understand? The only thing I can say the challenges we are facing in Lagos is this unavailability of the proper parking system. You know, these garages of it. The volume of the transport, public transport vehicle in Lagos is far higher than the available parking places. I mean, the garages created by the government. That is one of the things that is giving us problem in. First always in Lagos, but I also dwell in Oyo State, in Ibadan to be precise. You understand? Something similar to this is happening in Ibadan as well. You see where the public vehicle and the commercial commuter will be parking beside the road. They will be causing the kind of hold up or parking, and in the sense that it will disturb other road users from moving freely. That is one of those things that is creating problem in Nigeria public transport system. You understand? And going to that kind of Oyo State, we need government to invest more in public transport system. Like Lagos State, we have BRT, we are even having this train system in Lagos State, but in Oyo State, it's not like that. Everything in Oyo State is almost 80%, 90% on private public transport system.
Came from Bega to Agege here right now. There's a bus you enter and they are telling you 500, 600 naira, and there's some other buses that you enter and they feel like 400 naira, and also all of that. So basically, what I think the government should do is, I think they should regulate it. Should have a fixed price. Have a fixed price for public transportation for a particular location, so that we'll not be having all these random. It's not. You don't have a particular fixed price for it. So should have a fixed price, because sometimes maybe we have fuel, the increase in fuel price, and some drivers may decide to take their price very high, while some may maybe also consider it. So I think fixing it in a fixed price will help to curtail.
Transportation remains a vital part of our everyday life, but for many Nigerians, it comes with a significant challenge. Citizens are hopeful that meaningful action will lead to a safer, more effective, even more affordable transport systems. I am Victoria Ogudaide. This is Citizens Direct, and thank you for joining us.
The Olalekan Ayinla Foundation on Saturday called for unity, compassion, and renewed commitment to moral values. TVWest reports.
The call was made during a Ramadan and Lent lecture organized by the foundation in Lagos, bringing together religious leaders, community stakeholders, and members of the public to reflect on faith, unity, and national development under the theme Ramadan and Nation Building, Strengthening Faith, Family, and Community.
Dialogue.
In his welcome remarks, founder Mr. Olalekan Ayinla said the gathering was aimed at strengthening interfaith harmony and promoting shared values among Nigerians. He noted that the joint gathering of Christians and Muslims symbolized a strong message of unity despite differences in faith traditions.
We are united by our shared commitment to peace, compassion, love for humanity, and service to community. The Ramadan lecture is particularly significant as it aligns with the spirit of Renewed Hope agenda, which call on us religious leaders, citizens, and community to work together in fostering unity, peace, integrity, and national development.
Ayinla said the lecture aligns with national aspirations for unity and development, encouraging citizens and religious leaders to work together to build a more peaceful society. He also reiterated the foundation's commitment to supporting the less privileged through education, empowerment, and social support programs, including scholarships, skills training, food drives, and health care outreach.
Our message is the wonderful lesson and everything that has come out from our pastor, imam, all they have taken today, they should put it into consideration. Let them translate it in their community to the useful of everybody. Let us live in harmony, peace. Nigeria is united. Let us use this Ramadan and let sacred period to justify the reason why we have to live together.
Guest speaker and Imam of Omole Central Mosque, Alhaji Hafiz Borokini, urged residents to embrace the act of giving and tolerance beyond the holy month, while Christian cleric Joseph Ehindero described the rare convergence of Ramadan and Lent beginning on the same day as a powerful message to the nation.
Kama jẹ oníjàgídíjàgan nínú society wa tá bá wà. Ká jẹ́ kí peace reign nínú ìlú tá bá wà.
The summary of my lecture today is that Nigeria is one and Nigeria will ever remain one. And Mr. President is our president, ordained by God, chosen by God to bring unity and foster unity and love within the four corners of this country. And that's exactly what President Tinubu is doing. And that's why he needs our support. This is what we need in Nigeria, unity and diversity. The more we are united together, I said, united we stand and divided we fall. And I have quoted Quran chapter 3 verse 101, we said, Almighty Allah said, come together. Just hold that strength together. Don't ever disintegrate. So if we don't disintegrate within ourselves, whether Muslim or Christian, then there will be progress in the country. So unity is very much important. And when we have unity, we have peace within ourselves, then the progress will be progress in terms of human development, capital development, infrastructure development. But if there's no unity, there's going to be a serious problem and chaos in the country.
The event concluded with prayers for Nigeria and Lagos State as participants reflected on the lessons of sacrifice, charity, and peaceful coexistence.
As many voices. Before the experts debate them, before the politicians defend them, we hear it directly from the people. Hello and welcome to Citizens Direct on TVWest. I am Victoria Ogudende, and today we hit the streets to ask citizens about that one thing that they would change about government hospitals in Nigeria. Let's go. Quality healthcare remains a major concern for many Nigerians, with challenges ranging from affordability to availability of medical services. Today on Citizens Direct, I'm hitting the street to ask citizens about that one thing that they would change about government hospitals in Nigeria. Let's go.
What I see that can improve Nigeria government hospital? I mean, the whole 30 states of Nigeria, they try and increase our facilities. We are lacking facilities. They try, there's not like government or doctors and nurses are going on strikes. They are sad, they try and pay them on time because they have family to feed on. They try and bring down the level of the lab fee, the drugs fee. If they can even provide free drugs, because some that people can even afford. These are not equal. So I came from a racial background that they need to attend to. They need medical attendance. I pray God will help our government. It's not easy. We are praying for them. May God help them.
Well, to the best of my knowledge, from what I know, like I said, everything about government healthcare in Nigeria is in shambles. Because when you go to the hospital, first of all, doctors and nurses are not well taken care of. They are not well paid. Their allowance, in fact, everything, they are not well taken care of. Then secondly, there are no drugs in the hospital. You go to the hospital, they will refer you to a private laboratory for tests. They will refer you to a private pharmacy for you to get your drugs. So, okay, thank you. So to that extent, everything I would like to change everything about government healthcare in Nigeria.
So I think one of the most fundamental aspects of the nation is the health sector of Nigeria, because that's where our lives are saved. The very importance of the doctors, the nurses. So I think one of the most important problems are the infrastructure. So if I'm in the position of the government, I think one of the most important aspects I work on are the infrastructure, health facilities, because that's where things are provided to, support the needs of the people, the injured, because all lives cannot be vulnerable. The government needs to protect the very needs and the health of the citizen, which is the most important aspect of life, the health security of the...
One thing I will change about government hospitals in Nigeria is I will ensure that government hospitals are properly funded and equipped so patients can get their quality health care.
The only way to approach the issue is to put things in order. One, from one perspective, is for them to make everything easy for the masses. Because if, for example, like I went to this general hospital, I stand on the queue less than 3 hours for me to get a drug to my mom. Okay, if I way that they quickly equate where I can easily go somewhere inside the hospital and get it very easily and very small money for affordable. But everything is very expensive.
I would say the infrastructure, the equipment, and the salary. So what they need to do is work on their infrastructure, because I think they lack many infrastructures, one, and they lack many instruments for it. And I think if they pay their workers well, everybody will, because I think in Nigeria now, the pay moves people to do their work perfectly well, because you can't come to work and they're paying you almost less than what you should get, and you're attending to somebody. You get frustrated when you are kind of working. So I think they should increase the pay, infrastructure, and the equipment.
Government hospital is all about the workers' attitude. The first thing I will change if I have the power with me is the workers' attitude, because health staffs, health workers are supposed to be humanitarian, but most of them are definitely not. I'm not trying to point a few accusing fingers of them. It is in our blood, especially being Nigerians. We don't have that spirit of care towards one another. So the first thing I will change is the attitude of workers, health workers, by introducing training programs that can sanitize, that make them become more of humanitarians than just health workers, ordinary health workers, because many of them are working just for the salary, but they're supposed to remember first that they are humanitarians before the salary aspect comes into it. Then government have to think about increasing the health workers' remuneration, because that added incentive will go a long way to ginger them to work more, give more of that humanitarian aspect of them towards the patients.
The government workers should have a fear of God, in the sense that the way they interact with their what's it called? Is it the clients or the patients? Yes. So they should have a fear of God and how to interact with them. Most of them they are evil. They don't have a fear of God. Like one day, for instance, one day I went to this general hospital. I go there I have a stomach running. I have a stomach pain. So I went down there. I explained my situation to them. So they said because they did not carry me come, or I did not took a motor or vehicle come, that I'm not emergency, that I should go and set back. I said I'm having stomach pain, that they should attend to me. They said no, they will not attend to me. So ever since then, I've not entered there. So may God help us.
First of all, we have to be practical here. We have 24 or 20 local governments in Lagos State, and each local government is being one general hospital man the entire local government. Let us be practical. Can
God forbid, let's assume there's an emergency. Can that local government manage 20 streets? Let's assume there's a casualty that affected the entire 20 streets in the local government, which I believe is less than 10% of the entire street in that local government. So the issue here is this: we are not being practical. What we have is not sufficient to the number of people they ought to have attended to. If you look at the total number of this doctor here, they are not up to. I mean, let's say the total surgeon here, they are not up to 100. Because I'm not in medical line, we have surgeon, we have opticians. If you look at each and every one of them, they are not up to 100 in numbers, and they have thousands of persons to attend to. They're also human beings like us. But the issue here is there's no transparency between the citizen and the government. Thank you. The word transparency is very clear. I want to see what is going on there. What is their budget? Now, what the government needs to do for us in court now is the total population of people staying in Ikeja is 10 million. I know the total population of people staying in Ikeja are 500,000. Yeah. The total number of surgeons we have in Ikeja, you understand? Let them tell you the total number compared to the population.
The surgeons are more.
Are you getting the logic now? We need just to be transparent to one another so that we can. These things are not difficult. It's just that we are not ready. The government too are not ready. We too we are not ready. That's why we are not asking necessary questions. So we are just like, we know the problem and we are dodging the problem and we want solution. What we need is just transparency. Simple.
From affordability to the quality of care, citizens are calling for a healthcare system that actually works, the one that truly meets their needs. This is Citizens Direct on TVWest. I am Victoria Ogudende, and thank you for joining us.
Prominent Muslim leaders, community stakeholders, and political figures gathered for the 35th annual Ramadan lecture held in memory of the late Alhaji Chief Rafiu Ishola Solomon, a respected Islamic leader, philanthropist, and community figure who passed on in 1988. The event was hosted by former Lagos West Senator Ganiyu Olanrewaju Solomon in honor of his father, whose contributions to Islam and community development in Lagos remain widely acknowledged decades after his passing. Chief Rafiu Ishola Solomon, during his lifetime, served as the Seriki Musulimi of Nigeria, President of the Zumratul Hujaj of Nigeria, and President of the United Muslim Council of Nigeria, UMC. Through these roles, he was known for his dedication to Islamic leadership, humanitarian service, and the promotion of unity among Muslims in the Mushin and Odioluwa Ojuwoye communities. Speaking at the event, Senator Solomon described the annual lecture as more than a memorial, but a platform for spiritual
total market value of real estate in Nigeria as of today is $2.6 trillion. But can you enter the real estate business with zero in your account and grow wealth to harness opportunities available in the industry? Well, that's a question we are trying to unravel on Opportunities Radio TV today. My name is Daniel Oweyemi. Today's edition is focusing on how everyday Nigerians can build wealth in real estate in Nigeria. I mean, without spending or breaking the bank. All right, so I'm going to be revealing my guests shortly after this timeout. It's Opportunity Radio TV. We'll be back after this timeout. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back. You're still on to Opportunity Radio TV. Before we went on that break, I did let you know that we're looking at how everyday Nigerian can build wealth in real estate. I mean, have your own share of national cake or whatever it's called. So I'm being joined this edition by an expert, a consultant in real estate. He is also the CEO of Mayola Properties. Is none other than Mr. Olumiwa Olainka. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Daniel.
Glad to have you join us on Opportunity Radio TV.
Good to see you today.
So, can you get into real estate with zero? I mean, let's say someone is a 9-to-5 person or is looking for side hustle, is an artisan, a young professional. A direct question: can you get into real estate with zero in your account?
Thank you, Mr. Daniel, and thank you, our viewer. Real estate in Nigeria present enormous opportunity for us in this area of business. It gives a lot of opportunities with a zero naira, without having any 1 naira in your account. You can start with the little of what you have, whether you're an artisan, whether you're a young graduate or you unemployed individual. There are inherent opportunity for everybody. For instance, in real estate, we don't need millions, you don't need billions. With your communication skill, with your ability to talk to people within your environment, you can start a real estate from there. By communicating with people that have a need. Once you have a solutions-oriented mindset, you can start from anywhere.
So now there are diverse aspects of real estate.
Yes, there are different areas.
So, but can you take us through the very specific ones that someone who does not have a kobo in their account can venture into? Which aspects can you start with?
For instance, marketing, sales and marketing of real estate properties. You don't need millions naira for you to start. The most important thing is if you have a strong interest to back whatever you want to do. Are you ready to state the curve? By talking to people within your cycle, maybe your friend, your family that needs property, and you must start from that because it is a need oriented solutions that we need to go with. Without any 1 naira, people around you that needs property, you can have a relationship with a good real estate firm that they will offer you the opportunity for you to start with, and that's marketing. But also most of this online of a thing, instead of wasting our effort on gisting on the internet, on just reading gossip, you can also seek for people that they have interest in their property. Maybe they are having challenges. You can team up with a real estate firm, established real estate firm, walk into their office, and a kind of apprenticeship, a kind of mentorship. They will take you through the rigorous aspect of this real estate. By spending some months or a few times with them, you will know the available opportunity, and by then you start communicating with people. What I said is you can start from anybody within your sphere, maybe your family, your friends that has the need for this thing. By doing that, you start earning what we call commissions in terms of of your returns on your efforts. You start hearing as little as thousands before you start talking about millions. But it all depends on the effort that you put in it. That's just it.
Okay, so now you have taken us through what it requires for you to go into sales and marketing. Are there other aspects, peradventure, that may just require a bit of commitment? The one you talked about now requires communication skill.
Yes.
All right. So are there other aspects that may not just require just communication skill, but may require just a little of commitment, like is there land banking you call it, or I mean, what other aspects aside the sales and marketing?
Like the land banking you are talking about, it requires experience. Just to be, don't let people scam you with you can just buy anywhere, because when we are talking about real estate, it's a that is why the word re is attached to it. It's a reinvestment. There are a lot of things that you need to know that is behind that real estate in terms of title and locations, right? You can do land banking, but a lot of people, they have ventured into it and they've burned their hand. Therefore, in doing land banking, you need an experienced person to guide you in that regard. You can't just jump because you are interested in that business and just go to anywhere and start buying. A lot of land, a lot of property, they have a lot of challenges. That is the need for you to work with established real estate firm or people that you know that they have experience in this industry, so that at the end of the day you will not burn your hands, because a lot of people, they had a bad experiences. That's why most of them, they are saying they are having different problem, different story to tell. But in going into land banking, you need to work with an experienced fellow or the real estate firm that you know they will guide you and they are trustworthy. You can do your scanning, and that is where the expert and opinion of people that are experienced in the industry are very, very important. You can't just jump into it, because if you just jump into banking, land banking, you will jump out. Definitely.
Okay, can you just give us specific mistakes, some likely mistakes that people who go into land banking or sales and marketing make, specific mistakes, so that people don't get their fingers burnt due to the passion to, make a change?
Yeah, the major mistakes that a lot of investors or enthusiastic people that want to go into property, they make is that they don't follow the right people that know the right channel in the industry. There are a lot of unprofessional in the environment, and they will just see any opportunity anywhere. They start calling people that bring this also amount, bring this. That is the area of professionalism. You need to work with people that have track record, so that you will not go and buy property that is not in the market, or the property that has a government regulations that you cannot sell. But those people that want to market it to you, they will not tell you a lot of things that's underneath. I strongly advise whoever that want to go into this thing, so that they will not burn their hand, they should go to the right channel. That is why the associations of real estate agents of Nigeria are running. It's very, very important. And also in Lagos State, there is what we call Lazarus. They are the one managing the affairs of estate agency in Nigeria. Don't say because you have your resources with you, you just want to go into it. Go through the right channel. Look at the people that you can track. They have a track record in the industry. You can have their name search on the internet before you commit your money. 1 naira lost could mean millions of opportunity that ordinarily should have accrued to you. Therefore, be guided with people that you want to work with in the industry. ensures that you do your own due diligence on the people that on the either the firm or individual that want to guide you in that venture. That is why we in our own office, Mayola Properties, we can tell you that with our track record in the industry, we have done this for a lot of people in terms of land banking, in terms of investment in their property. We have given people value, and that trust is very fundamental. Anybody you want to work with, please, that is the fundamental aspect of it. Not just to have the money, but the people you want to work with, they have the capacity to guide you accordingly.
Absolutely. So one of the very profound things you have said is that ensure that you join a community.
Very important.
You call them association of real estate.
Yes.
So join a community so that you can share ideas and know what truly obtains. But then now I'm trying to picture someone who, or the person has this communication skill. Here's a property that is available for sale, and he has a market, whether from his immediate network or whatever. But what does that person need to find out? Specific thing. Can you just run us through specific things? We'd like to speak to specificity now. Like there's a property now that they say, okay, they want to sell. What specific things do you need to find out as a marketer so that your buyer will not be asking you some question and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I just started. So what specific things?
As a new business in the industry that want to go into sales and marketing, in the banking industry, there's what we call KYC, know your customer. The product you want to offer, you should know it before you start offering it to people. Therefore, the basic one is for you to familiarize yourself with that property you want to offer to people by knowing whether the property is in the right locations, whether the property has a correct title.
So what do you mean by the right location?
For instance, somebody can tell you that the property is in New Okoba. For instance, is the property not close to the canal? Is the property not under power line tensions? All those things is very important. Then the aspect of title is germane before you offer the property to your client that want to buy. There are property that they don't have the right title, and title is very, very important in real estate because it is the title the client is buying. Because if you don't get the right title, forget about it. Whatever you buy is zero, because it's that title that confers ownership, that confers the transferring of the ownership from the previous person to whoever they want to buy. Does that person has that title also? Is the land not in dispute? Is the property not in dispute? All these things you need to get it sorted out by you asking those questions from the owners of the property or whoever that enlisted the property to you. You also need to do your own due diligence by going ahead, confirming from government by land bureau. Like in Lagos State, we have land bureau in Lagos State. You go there, you verify the title that they said they have. Also, if they said the title is registered with the Lagos State, is there no any encumbrance on the title? If there is an encumbrance, is this something that you can resolve? If you will be guided accordingly with whatever you find out from land ministry. Not only that, there is also need for you to also go through the courts and see whether the property you are talking about, the land you are talking about, is not, there is only litigation.
Fantastic.
Just all these things.
You just took it from my mouth. I was going to ask that, is family receipts tenderable in courts? There are instances where there are litigation surrounding a land and someone said, I bought from the family and this is the receipt that was issued. Is this something that can be tendered in court? Is it?
Your receipt can be tendered in court, but it also depends on the real owner of the property. One property can have 2 or 3 receipts
from the same family.
From the same, it could be from the same family or from another family. Others, the root of, that's what we call the root of title. Before you embark on it, that is why you need to work with professionals. The professional will guide you properly by giving you the insight into the ownership of that environment. Look at the document you have, receipt that you have on it. If it is receipt, if it is CFO, because receipt alone is not enough. There is also other documents like survey, and the most germane of them all is having CFO, because all the lands belongs to government.
All right, I think in a moment we'd like to go on a break. You're still watching Opportunity Radio TV, and we've been speaking with Mr. Olumiwa Olayinka from Mayola Properties. In a moment we'll be back with other conversations on opportunities available in real estate. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Thank you. Alright, you're still on to Opportunity Radio TV, reaching you from TVWest, and the conversation has been how everyday Nigerian can build wealth in real estate without having millions of naira sitting in your account. With zero, what can you achieve? What can you do in real estate? And I've been speaking with the CEO of Mayola Properties, Mr. Olumiwa Olayinka, and the conversation has been so insightful. So we'll just take it a little further as we look at success stories. He talks so much about the things that you should watch out for, how you have to be careful in the documentation. But then I would like us to benefit more from your wealth of experience. If you had your way, you've been into real estate for how many years now?
Into 11 years now.
11 years, that's more than a decade. So if you had your way, what would you do differently? If you're to flash back, I mean reverse the hand of time and do something, what would you do differently?
Thank you, moderator. Do it differently. Now, I would just say that more training before venturing into the real estate. I would have involved myself in a better training before I really started, because when I started out, fine, I did a few trainings, but I just felt like the little training I had was sufficient enough. That one, it took me almost about 5 years before I realized that ordinarily we need to update our skill every day for you to remain relevant in the industry and to be successful at what you do. Therefore, venturing into real estate, I would advise that once you take the training, very, very important, because it took me a lot of years before I realized this. And if you don't do that, it will affect your growth. It will affect how you want to scale up. It's just about few years to this time around now that we started involving ourselves in different trainings everywhere, and thank God for those opportunity that I have now. It has exposed us to a lot of modern tools and a lot of communities, a lot of opportunity, and a lot of network that ordinarily I did not have before. Therefore, training, I see it is very fundamental, and before you venture into real estate, very important.
So for a newbie, what are the likely challenges that they should prepare for?
There are challenges everywhere. Even you're sleeping and waking up every day, it comes with its own challenges. What is fundamental is for you to get prepared. Preparation is everything, and there is a challenges as you are waking up. New government policies is a challenges. A marketing environment is give you a challenges. A lot of things that day by day. Before the issue of this tax of a thing, most of the real estate companies, they don't see it, but now it's a challenge. You need to navigate all these things. There as the opportunities available in the industry, the challenges, then litigation is also another challenges in this industry, and we are having a lot of legal problem because most of our cases stay longer years in the court before they are adjudicated upon. Therefore, court processes is another challenges. Then fundamentally also the funding for the real estate is another challenges. It is now that we are hearing more of mortgage. Unlike before, you find it difficult for most of our commercial bank to entrust their fund in the hand of a property consultant or real estate firm. But because of new government policies, we are seeing emerging opportunity in that aspect. Now most of the commercial bank, they are partnering with Federal Mortgage Bank now. They are encouraging people to invest, but it's still very, very little. It's a challenges on its own. Another area I would say is in terms of the professional in the industry. It's because different quacks, people that don't even know anything about property, they are advising clients, taking them to bond their hand. There are different challenges, but if you are resolute, if you are determined, and you follow the right people, the right channel, forget about it. It is sweet. It is very sweet. The industry is very sweet, provided you can burn your candle.
Okay, you like to talk about environmental related challenges, particularly as you see some realtors take you to a property where it's, to a flood prone area, and only for people to start building and they realize that the buildings are sinking. So
that is the area of where I said due diligence and working with professionals, so working with experts. A lot of people are going to Aja, going to Lekki without doing proper thing, because there are buildings that they don't have building approval. Some people, because they have money, they just venture into the building. At the end of the day, they will not get all the necessary regulation. By the time they build, and people that don't know anything about, they subscribe to such project, they will transfer that problem to whoever that eventually buy the property, and that is where the problem. That is, you cannot run away from working with professionals, and also do your own due diligence. Be close to your lawyer when you want to buy the property. Your lawyer will advise you. They will also help you to also do some area apart from what your agent will also help you to do. It is fundamental. Those are the challenges that people are facing every day.
Okay, now let's just begin to bring this to a close gradually. For someone who wants to go into real estate now, we may have to talk about the tools that they need. Do you need to register your business? If you're getting into this, you have ID card, letterhead. For starters, is it compulsory? Do you advise they should go through that route?
Whatever that is worth doing at all is worth doing well. For you to have a good footing, you need to register your company.
For someone who is going to just sales and marketing, that can be pardonable, right?
The structure is very, very important, and You can start with little that you have, but setting out a structure, proper structure, it helps you to scale. It helps a lot. There's nothing you want to do that you don't need to put structure in place. Very, very fundamental. So that this basic structuring will help you to have a plan. You have a feasibility study of where you are going. You put the structure in place, register with the necessary organs of the government. You need to register the necessary association, like in Nigeria, Association of Estate, Real Estate Agents in Nigeria. That is very fundamental. You'll be part of the system. You will be exposed to a lot of training. And when it comes to government regulations, you back it up with necessary paperwork, and it will help you to scale up. The opportunity will be there, but it is people that have the structure that they will be the one that will leverage on opportunity that come in every day. If you are not registered, people these days, they don't want to deal with people that don't have a face. The structure you put in place will be what people will see, not only you. The structure is very important. People trust in that structure even more than only you. It's very important.
All right, you're just still watching the show, which is Opportunity Radio TV, and have been speaking with the CEO of Mayola Properties, Mr. Olumayowa Olayinka. In a moment, we'll just run you through some other opportunities available out there, but that will be after this break. It's still Opportunity Radio TV. We'll be back after this time out. Stay with us. All right. Okay, you're still on to Opportunity Radio TV. This is the moment, in fact, one of the most interesting moments, because we just look at opportunities from different parts of the world, some education, some business, and all of that. So I'll just touch on a few of them, and so Olumayowa can just share his thoughts on some of these opportunities. Let's just see how well this works. So the first on the list is the NEL Fund Student Loan. This NEL Fund Student Loan is one opportunity that allows students of eligible competence to have access to loans. Okay, so admission into eligible institution and compliance with NEL Fund requirements is so key. It's for Nigerians, and interested fee, tuition and upkeep loans is what comes with it. To register, you have to visit www.nelf.gov.ng. It is free, so just ensure that your institution is integrated into the NEL Fund program. Then the website again is nelf.gov.ng, So this is for students who are looking for opportunities of getting loan to finance their study. It comes with tuition support as well as living expenses. So what do you think about that?
I think that's one of the laudable program of this present government, and the young students that are in school that are having challenges with their school fees and upkeep. This is a good opportunity for them, so that issue of dropout will be eliminated in our tertiary institution. This is a fantastic program.
Okay, another one opportunity is 3MTT. That's the 3 million technical talents, which is also for Nigerians. If you're interested in updating your skill when it comes to tech, Nigerians interested in digital careers, it's just important that you take advantage of opportunity like this, because if you're skilled, you are open to more opportunities. For you to apply for this opportunity, you go to 3mtt.nitda.gov.ng. Again, 3mtt.nitda.gov.ng. Application, to the best of our knowledge, is free, and what is also important is you choose a learning track that aligns with your career goals, and that gives you access to more opportunities. It's a free training, free mentorship, and I think it's something that you may want to give a trial. So what do you think about this one?
This is equally good for at least anything that will enable young Nigerians to scale up. Training, you cannot underestimate it in whoever that want to grow, and all these opportunities are therefore a serious individual to take, and don't say because it is free. Most of the people would think because it's free they won't do that. Please afford yourself this opportunity and be better off with your life.
Okay, let's take another one. This is PTDF for those who are into the line of oil and gas. This opportunity is for Nigerian undergraduates, for those who want to do their masters or even PhD. So if you afford yourself with this opportunity, you have the privilege to free tuition, as well as I don't know whether living I think it's often covers it. You may have to confirm yourself, but for you to go through the website and check out the whole details, just visit www.scholarship.ptdf.gov.ng, scholarship.ptdf.gov.ng. Application is free, so go through the eligibility criteria and the guidelines before beginning your application. And maybe we just what do you think about this? Is for those who are in the oil and gas for tech.
It's equally a laudable program for people in oil and gas, and this opportunity don't just come always, and whoever that has the opportunity now, my advice is that make sure you take this opportunity. Once you are in that industry, in that ecosystem, make sure you take this opportunity to better your luck.
Okay, and finally, we just look at which one now? Okay, the Commonwealth Master Scholarship. This one is a very popular one. Citizens of Commonwealth nations, which Nigeria is inclusive, can apply for this for your masters, and there's no age limit. It's full tuition. It's a free living allowance and other approved expenses. So to apply for this, you visit cscuk.fcdo.gov.uk. I'll take that again, cscuk.fcdo.gov.uk. This is always open annually. Prepare your academic documents and all required credentials that may be required, but go through that site and check out details of what is available. So this is something that we are no longer new to. That's the Commonwealth Master Scholarship.
This is equally good, and whoever that has the access to information, they always go ahead of others, and for you to have this opportunity to listen to this program, I will encourage you to make use of this opportunity, because it is for you to take, and the opportunity is there, and I believe your life will be better off after this all this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. And very importantly, I need to add this one. If you think that you need access to laptops or other devices that may be important for your work, you may want to give a trial to the Click the device credit scheme. That's for Nigerians who may be willing to take advantage of this. So the age range for you to apply to be eligible is 18 years plus, and for you to apply for this, just visit www.creditscorp. Credit Corp is spelled as CREDICORP, again CREDICORP.ng/clickd/CLICKD. Let me take it again, www.credic.ng/CLICKD/CLICKD. So it's open for eligible beneficiaries and it's free to apply. Read and understand the payment terms before accepting this offer. Okay, all right, I think that's the size of it all on the show today. I must say huge thanks to the CEO of Mayola Properties, Mr. Olumayo Olayinka. Your parting shots for the newbies that are going into real estate, because I presume that someone is inspired now to get into real estate. So what should they do now?
What I will tell whoever that intends to go into real estate, you can start from anywhere you are. The most important thing that you also need, that I need to add to this, is your dedication to any course that you choose. Either with a 0 naira, with millions, with billions, you can enter into real estate, depending on your determinations and what you want to achieve. So are you coming in for a short term? Are you coming in for medium term? Are you coming in for long term? The opportunity are inherent, but require your dedications and be ready to go through the basic of the industry for you to be able to scale up. Thank you.
I mean, an industry of $2.6 trillion value. You can have your own share, and as you have heard, you can start from wherever you are, from zero, whether you're going short-term, full-time, or long-term, regardless. So thank you so much for being part of this episode of Opportunity Radio TV. Just stay tuned. Some other shows are coming shortly. Thank you. I'm Daniel Owemi. Enjoy the rest of your day and keep going for opportunities. It will help you. Bye.
Thank you.
Ikeja bus stop along Lagos-Abeokuta Express Road, popularly called Ikeja Along in Ikeja local government area of Lagos State. Looking from a distance, one would think this place is a conventional market, but on a closer look, it is indeed an active racetrack which petty traders have turned to a marketplace. Buying and selling takes place here every day from Monday to Sunday, with varieties of fast-moving items on display. Although some of the petty traders refused to speak on camera for obvious reasons, but those who spoke to independent television news crew claimed that shops are not affordable to them, yet they need to involve in selling to make ends meet. The choice of Ikeja Long racetrack in particular by the petty traders is influenced by the fact that many people always pass through the spot to various destinations, especially in the morning when people will be going to work or return home in the evening. Unfortunately, the traders never thought of the hazard involved in such act. Early this year, a soft drink seller along the racetrack was crushed when a speedy locomotive collided with a trailer at Agege crossing in Agege area of the state.
Despite several warnings, public enlightenment and even arrest by the law enforcement agencies, many Nigerians still remain adamant, turning public places like railway track to marketplace despite the dangers attached to it. From Lagos, Romilowo Ochalumo reporting.
Women organizations across the country have intensified pressure on lawmakers to expedite the passage of the Special Seats for Women bill. TVWest reports.
In Lagos, women groups in Ikeja approached the lawmaker representing Ikeja constituency at the House of Representatives, Abiodun Faleke, to press home their demand for special seats reserved for women across all levels of government. The women who took to the streets of Ikeja expressed concern over the low representation of women in government despite the availability of qualified female candidates. Their request, contained in a letter, was received by a representative of the lawmaker at his office along Adeniyi Jones Street.
We have people from NCWS. We're actually on a march, a peaceful march, to plead with our federal constituency members representing us at the federal level to please pass the bill for reservation of seats for women. We are pleading with them. The representation we have at the state level, at the federal level is very, very poor. You can imagine when we have a federal assignment whereby we're supposed to be represented by women and we now have men going from the Federal House of Representatives to represent us. It's too bad. That's too poor. It's not that we don't have women that can do it. We have women that are qualified, name it. They have their educational qualification, they have the political qualification. Some have served at the political level, at ward level, and at various levels. All we are saying is please reserve seats for women at Federal House and also at the House of Assembly so that we can have at least, if not two-thirds, one-third, at least one-third. Let's have one-third representation. Let the women be involved. Carry our women along. Men shouldn't be deciding on issues that affect women. They don't feel the pains the way we feel it. It's like you asking a man, how does he feel to be in labor? They can't explain it.
This rally is just to fight for women's rights, because we are just seeking for inclusiveness in the governance at the federal level and at the state level, because we women, we are being marginalized, and that is why we are agitating and we're speaking in one voice that we want to be recognized. We want to have that inclusiveness in governance. We don't want to be a backbencher. We want to be along, wants to be carried along, because it is not a men's right alone. We women too, we can do what men can do. That is why we are speaking and we are coming out at every local government, 20 local governments in Lagos State, just to show our intention and to speak out with one voice. This is why we are here to drop our letter to our rep, Honorable James Faleke, Oluomo of Ikeja, to help us pass this bill.
These women are not alone. Other groups across the Federation embarked on similar rallies and submitted formal letters of demand to members of the National Assembly and state houses of assembly in all 36 states. The coordinated advocacy, carried out simultaneously nationwide, saw a coalition of women leaders, civil society organizations, grassroots groups, and community advocates deliver petitions directly to legislators. In Abuja, the coalition, led by the League of Women Voters of Nigeria, included the National Council of Women Societies, the National Association of Women Journalists, the Federation of Muslim Women's Associations of Nigeria, and the International Federation of Women Lawyers. While in Gombe State, 12 women's groups rallied to demand reserved seats for women in the 2027 elections. The groups delivered petitions to 6 members of the House of Representatives in the state, urging them to push for the bill's passage. They also advocated for 50% representation in executive and legislative positions, emphasizing that women's participation was crucial for addressing issues affecting them.
How many women do we have as governors in Lagos, not even in Lagos State, all over Nigeria? All over Nigeria, how many women do we have as governor? Then when we talk of how many women do we have at the House of Rep, Senate, that's why we are speaking that we need to be represented. They should give us the chance.
The office of Right Honorable James Abiodun Faleke is the one representing us at the federal level here in Ikeja. We are here to deliver a letter to him so that he will please plead with his colleagues at the federal level to please pass the bill on seat reservation for women.
The coordinated advocacy comes amid persistent underrepresentation of women in Nigerian politics. According to the Interparliamentary Union and Independent National Electoral Commission, women currently hold just over 3% of seats in the Senate and less than 4% in the House of Representatives, figures that rank Nigeria among the lowest in Africa for female political representation.
For the politicians defend them, we hear it directly from the people. This is Citizens Direct on TVWest. I am Victoria Obudende, and today we hit the streets to ask citizens about their biggest frustration with public transport in Nigeria and what solutions do they think can address this issue. The daily commute is a routine millions understand, but it doesn't always come easy. With transportation, it's a different story every day. Today on Citizens Direct, we hit the streets to ask citizens about their biggest frustrations with public transportation and what solutions do they think can address this issue. Let's go.
On Monday, I'm going to Ikeja. Now 700 naira Marwa is collect from Agege to Ikeja. The thing I want to do, you reduce the petrol because all the people, and then when the rain is fall, anytime the rain fall, this motor is 100 naira, they do 700, 800. Help me tell the petrol to come down. I pray for you. And then the Nigeria is good. I like the Nigeria is good.
My advice for government is that about the transport is that sometimes when rain fall, come and see how people can suffer. My advice is that all those tax, they are removed for workers, they should use it to provide transport like from another country. They will provide enough BRT, enough korope, enough motor for streets, for road, so people cannot suffer about the transport. Like when rain fall, people can suffer. All those transport driver, they will just increase amount of during the midnight. Now they will just increase. Almost people are collecting for salary. They are suffer. The transport money it always collects our salary, and it's too much. And government they don't care. So it's not good. I advise government, all those our tax, they should use it to do something. Because no, everybody enter motor, everybody enter by transport. So they should produce some BRT, korope, and other motor.
The problems we are facing in Nigeria with the transportation, is it the what's it called, public transport? One is about, some of them we know that okay, their vehicle is faulty. For them to repair the vehicle before they start picking passengers on the road, it will be a problem for them. So it's just that they should, maybe if the, how can I put it, maybe their transport, is it NURTW or what they call it, they should always, maybe they should call themselves together and ask them to always check their buses, their cabs before they put it on the road, for them to start picking passengers, because most of these things used to delay passengers for maybe where they are going to, some of them to work, some to maybe one particular what's it called that they're supposed to go to. So let me just say, we Nigerians, we are the one that we have to just repair this country, because this country is for all of us, not for just one person.
In my own opinion, all drivers in Lagos, especially Nigeria, they should check their vehicle before moving on the road, because when I was coming this morning, my bus parked us unknown area where we did not know, due to because it's not checked his car before entering the express, and that affects a lot of people so much.
It is better to deal with the causes of issue than dealing with the symptom. You understand now? When the father of a home is not a responsible father, the entire home is as good as useless. That is the truth about the whole thing. In other words, when the government of the day is not living to expectation, every photo, every other thing that is going on, the truth is that we don't want this government. So if we are afraid to say, we don't want to, nobody want to, I don't want anybody to see my face, I don't want people to recognize me, then it's as good as then. What is the point of even being a Nigerian person in the first place? That is the issue. You understand now? There is corruption. Things are not okay. Now you are asking of how the transportation is affecting us. Of course, you know very well now that the person that's supposed to be there is not the right person. You understand now? Because when people think that they can encourage benefits from their fraud, I tell you that the cycle of injustice will continue. Are you getting the story? So the fundamental problem is not about transportation. The fundamental problem is the leadership issue. That is just the truth. When the right person is there, this whole thing will completely change. You will see it now. There will be somebody that will be on that throne now for the next 3 months or so. You will begin to feel the impact. That dividend of democracy, you begin to see it. The good thing, the reason why we go out to vote, you begin to see it. But when you have the wrong person on the throne, definitely the people there will groan. The Bible said in the book of Proverbs that when a bad king is on the throne, he said the people groan. And that is the truth. So it is not about transport issue. It is not about whatever. The issue is that it is a leadership system and leadership problem. And when that is done, that is treated and handled, every other thing will fall in place.
I think it's a system problem. I think it's not a system problem. It's a system that was designed for it to function that way, and it is doing what it was made to do, right? So plus because the dependency of petroleum, the the rate at which we adapt to developments and improve technologies to make things better is really slow. We are getting what we've actually, the system we designed basically, and a lot of us are not really aware of the system. That's why we have people in the seats of power drawing these whole things out, mapping it out to their favor. It is directed towards a select few and not the masses. Those few are the primary beneficiaries of these things. The masses are basically the sources of income, basically. So I think the whole thing is with the system. The system needs a revamp. I also speak to people that are exposed to innovations, and there are ways we could actually put all of these things. It doesn't have to be a government thing. We could work on better ways. There are options of electronic vehicles. We work it would improve the power system, because some of these things need to be powered, right? But however, there are people making up of the lack of power. So the chain is long. So it's not just the transport. The transport is just a ripple effect of something that is way beyond our country.
The problem with transportation in Lagos State is most especially the agboros. When they see crowd on the bus stop, they are the one dictating the fare. They will tell the passenger that, they will tell the driver that this is the amount, you should increase it suddenly because of the crowd. So I think there should be a regulation between the agboros and the government. They are just increasing the fare uncontrollably. There should be a control between the driver and the government. The bus driver has nothing to do with it.
When it comes to public transport, especially in Lagos State, is the ways and manners they are doing it here. There, you can somebody from here to Ogba, they will call him 500, 400, and in the morning, just the price are varies. You ask them, they say because Agboros is collecting money from there. Agboro is one that is fixing price. What I'm seeing there is that people that are now working, they don't own vehicle, they are the one fixing price on how people that own vehicle will be carrying people just sit on one side and be eating money. The other one that are working, they will be collecting money from there. At the end of the way, you look at what those drivers are doing is that the money they pay, buy fuel and pay Agboro, at the end of the day, they fly in the life of the average Nigerians. They will start paying at just price, paying to a fare that is supposed to be not more than 200 naira, they will be paying 500, 400 naira. That's one of the things I expect from public transport in Lagos State here. Because Agboro is one of the major problems here. Because the way the Amanas, they are collecting money from those motorists, and they are now putting in the life of the unpaid Nigerian in this country, they are now adding into it. I think it's what government needs to do is totally scratch these people, allow the system to flow naturally, so that those people that are actually working, those drivers, the money they are working, they can take it home. So that somebody cannot just be working. One people will sit down, one beer parlor, one bet Nigeria place and be eating the money and be eating the money just like that. That's one of the challenges we face in this country. That some people are working, some people are just eating the money. If they can strike this national unit, I believe this transition will be okay in Lagos State.
One of the experience I had with public transport is all this Agboro. These people collecting the money, calling themselves tax force. So there was a time there was a heavy downfall. So due to people rushing and people finding means of going home, so those Agboros started increasing the fee. Not even from the driver, but them particular started increasing the fee. So that day was very annoying and so. So my solution or advice I would give is that government should find a way to even remove them totally from the road. Totally. If it is possible for commercial vehicle to go and buy their tickets, book it online or pay it online, they should find a way doing that. Not them staying on the road, causing more hiking or making people to be more discomfort. Because to me they bring discomfort to people. They are just there collecting money, unnecessary money. So that is my own solution. And
it's roads. When the roads are not okay, You understand? They tend to put the burden on the people that enter their buses. You know, because of maintaining the vehicle, they will now put everything on us. Just for example, where I'm coming from, around somewhere in Ojo, in my estate, somewhere we used to take bike like 500 naira, but because it's rainy season and the road is not okay, everywhere is flooded. So from 500 naira, the thing went up to 1,500, 2,000 naira. So all those things, bad road also is a factor. I think if the government should, sit up, help us with good roads, accessible roads, I think it will go a very long way. And also in the aspect of fuel, I think if the government can do something about it, and bring down the cost of fuel in the country, I think it will also help. But bad roads, I think bad roads and good drainage system also, I think that's the major problem of bad roads in Lagos especially.
My biggest problem when I have coming out is vehicle. Coming out in the morning, going to work in the morning, you'll be standing, sometimes you'll be standing, there's no vehicle on the road, and the situation of finding yourself entering inside the bus, and the bus you will see, it will be closer. Going from here to the island, they will tell you 3,000. That's more cost, and what I advise the government to do, they should provide more vehicles for us so that to be able to carry both bus stop to bus stop, and also the increase of fuel, they should reduce it, because that's what causing the scarcity of vehicle on the road sometimes.
And transportation fares on the high side now, and it's really frustrating because it's a thing to leave home with an amount of money and getting to the park is another thing to meet another price, another addition, and like it's frustrating, and you'll be pissed like you are with this particular money. Yesterday you enter this particular location for an amount of money, getting to the park the next day, and you are adding to that money again. And also for drivers, that they will know that their vehicles are in bad condition, and they will still go ahead with that kind of vehicle. All this, what I think government should do is that they should please help to decrease the price of fuel, because that's what both drivers are saying. Because any slight opportunity, they will just increase the transport fare. They will say that epo won, this, that. There's a form of job. Kí wọ́n dín owó epo kù. Share, you understand? So government should they should reduce the price of the fuel so that the drivers can be considerate with the transport fare.
First and foremost, already we are all aware that the situation of this country is so precarious that first and foremost, we are aware that the situation generally is not favorable to anyone. And then secondly, this transportation issue is something that should go a long way to be supplemented by government in terms of making buses available at a fixed price and at affordable rates. I'm telling you, if that is done, it will go a long way to bring relief to both government and private workers.
The people in the public transport, that is what frustrates me about them. Sometimes they usually do air pollution in the public transport, congestion, and mostly the government should find a way to solve it. I don't know how to solve it, but the government know better, and the government know how to do it.
Issue has many voices. Before the experts debate them, before the politicians defend them, we hear it directly from the people. This is Citizens Direct on TVWest. I am Victoria Obudende, and today we hit the street to ask citizens if you had the opportunity to advise leaders on one thing about the economy.
Thank you for joining us. You're watching News Radar on TVWest. I'm Victoria Obudende. Here's what making headlines this hour. The United States praises President Tinubu for his firm stance against terrorism in Nigeria with a letter from Trump specifically commending efforts to protect Christian communities from violence. Nigeria Custom confirms the full reopening of exports at the Nigeria-Benin border with over 20,000 metric tons of non-oil goods valued at more than 1 billion naira recorded in Q2. On the foreign scene, Trump threatens to destroy Iranian infrastructure each time Tehran targets a vessel in the Hormuz Strait, as Houthi allies in Yemen warn of attacks on another key waterway. And in sports, Pep Guardiola is being considered for Italy's vacant coaching job, the Football Federation confirms, after the Azzurri missed a third straight World Cup and Gazzuto stepped down following their playoff exit in April. We'll bring you the details in a moment. Now the news in full. The Federal High Court in Abuja has sentenced 3 suspects linked to the abduction of pupils and teachers in Oyo State to life imprisonment. Justice Salim Ibrahim ordered that the sentence should take effect from the date of their arrest. The convicts are Abdulrazak Umar, Yanusi Musa, and Shasum Adamu Sani. They were found guilty of terrorism and kidnapping charges. They had pled guilty to some counts while denying others. The federal government accused them of belonging to Darul Salem, an affiliate of prescribed terrorist organization. The prosecution alleged they conspired between January and May 2026 to facilitate the abduction of school children and teachers. They were also accused of concealing information about the mastermind of the attack. In May, gunmen invaded 3 schools in Orile local government area, abducting 40 people, comprising 39 pupils and 7 teachers. Two teachers killed during the raid. United States President Donald Trump has commended President Bola Tinubu for his decisive leadership in tackling terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. Trump conveyed the commendation in a letter dated July 6th. He particularly praised Tinubu's effort to address violence affecting Christian communities. Trump said the U.S.-Nigeria relationship is crucial at a time where conflict has spread across West Africa. He noted that both countries share a mutual goal of confronting terrorism in all its forms. He highlighted ongoing defense cooperation, noting that the United States has deployed special operation forces to support Nigeria's military. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has dismissed reports that his office allocated 1 billion naira for church musical instruments. In a statement, Kalu said the actual allocation is 780 million naira. He said the funds are intended for youth reorientation and social support through faith-based organizations. The fund will support the purchase of evangelical instruments and public address systems to promote campaigns against narcotics, sexual offenses, and violent crimes. The program aims to instill discipline and character development among young people. Kalu explained that Bender Federal Constituency has 13 electoral wards and over 200 churches. The first phase will cover 130 churches, averaging about 5 to 6 million naira per church. Olamide Oladiji, Speaker of the Ondo State House of Assembly, is reportedly facing impeachment over the alleged diversion of 44 million naira. The money was released by the Ondo State Oil Producing Area Development Commission for the reordering of the 2026 budget. Reports indicate that about 21 of the 26 members have signed an impeachment notice against the Speaker over allegations of financial mismanagement. Multiple sources within the legislature allege that Oladiji failed to carry members along in the disbursement of the money. This has fueled fresh discontent within the Assembly. A source claimed that the Speaker considered stepping down on Monday but was persuaded against the move by a prominent political figure. The Lagos State government has sought the approval of the State House of Assembly to issue a 200 billion naira bond to finance key infrastructural projects. The request was presented in separate letters from the Commissioner for Finance and read during Tuesday plenary. The proposed bond will finance priority projects including the new Masri Children's Hospital, Lagos Island General Hospital, the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Line, and Homu Creek Bridge. The Commissioner said the bond forms part of the state's 1 trillion naira debt and hybrid instruments insurance program. In a separate request, the Commissioner also sought approval for Lagos to participate in the FAAC receivables discounting program. This would allow the states to leverage future FAAC allocations to access about $17 million in the third-party funding. The Oyo State Rule of Law Enforcement Authority has impounded 19 cows in Iseyin local government area over allegations of repeated destructions of farmland by grazing cattle. The action followed a petition by a farmer prompting the authority to launch an enforcement operation against illegal grazing. The enforcement team carried out an early morning operation to intercept the herders and their cattle before they could leave the affected farmlands. The authority seized the cows in line with the state's anti-open grazing law. Efforts are underway to identify the owners for appropriate legal action. The chairperson said the operation formed part of the ongoing efforts to protect farmers and ensure compliance within the law. The Oni of Ife has appealed for peace and unity as the August 15 governorship election in Osun State draws near. Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi made the appeal when the ADC governorship candidates and party leaders visited him. He stressed the need for successive governments and accord Ile-Ife the attention and development befitting its historical significance. The Oni said Ile-Ife remains the source and ancestral home of the Yoruba people. He noted that the late Oni Adesoji Aderemi served as governor of the whole western region since he left office. Ile-Ife has not experienced the level of development befitting its status. He appealed to politicians and their supporters to conduct themselves peacefully. He urged all parties to shun violence, avoid bloodshed, and remain patient. The Ogun Area Command of the Nigeria Customs Service has announced that export operations are fully resumed at the Nigeria-Benin border. The command recorded a non-oil export volume of 20,972 metric tons valued at over 1 billion naira in the second quarter of 2026. There were no export activities during the same period last year. The exports comprised white stocks, crushed thermal coal, and compressed natural gas products. The command generated 663 million naira as of the end of June. It expects improved collections in the coming months. Anti-smuggling operations led to seizures worth over 4.6 billion naira. About 30,000 parcels of cannabis weighing over 12 tons were intercepted and handled over to the NDLEA. You are watching News Radar on TVWest. We'll take a short break. When we return, we'll bring you more news. Welcome back to News Radar on TVWest. Actress Eniola Badmus and Afrobeat singer Davido has reunited at an event in Abuja, putting rumors of a rift between them to rest. Badmus shares photos and videos on Instagram with the caption, "With the family 30BG," showing her alongside Davido and members of his crew. The pair were seen smiling, chatting, and posing together during the event. Their relationship came under public scrutiny in 2022 following the death of Davido's son. Although report later suggested they had reconciled, their latest public appearance together has renewed public interest in their friendship. Fans have expressed delight at seeing the long-term friends together again after 6 months of speculations about their relationship. The World Health Organization has urged African governments to strengthen national hepatitis programs and expand access to vaccination, testing, and treatment. The WHO Regional Director for Africa said viral hepatitis remains a major public health challenge across the region. It noted that the new hepatitis infection declined by 25% between 2015 and 2024. However, he warned that millions of people continue to miss out on life-saving services despite the availability of effective interventions. He said many people are diagnosed too late or cannot access care, leading to preventable deaths. No one should die from a disease that can be prevented, diagnosed, and in many cases treated. On the global scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has vowed to destroy an Iranian bridge of power plants every time Iran shoots at a ship in the Strait of Hormuz. His threats came as Iranian-allied Houthis in Yemen threatened a second vital energy route. 7 tankers have changed course in the Red Sea to avoid the Bab el-Mandeb Strait since the outing threat on Tuesday. Oil prices hit a near 6-week high. Brent crude reached more than $95 a barrel before easing back. U.S. gasoline prices have climbed back over $4 a gallon. An Iranian military source said Tehran would retaliate against infrastructure in the region. Iran's near-total blockade of the Strait of Hormuz has sparked inflation around the world. Trump attended a ceremony for 4 U.S. service members killed in Iranian attacks. The war has led to the death of 18 U.S. service members and injured more than 450 troops. And now sports. The Italian Football Federation has confirmed that Pep Guardiola is among candidates for the vacant head coach position. Italy has been without a coach since Gennaro Gattuso resigned after April's World Cup playoff loss. The Azzurri missed out on a 3rd consecutive Men's World Cup. FIGC President Giovanni Malago said the federation is willing to make a financial sacrifice to bring Guardiola, who is a free agent after leaving Manchester City this summer. Malago said talks with Guardiola may not come to fruition, but he believes it was right to open a dialogue. He stressed that Guardiola, former Italy coach Roberto Mancini, and Italy great Andrea Pirlo are not the only candidates. Guardiola has often expressed his desire to coach a national team before he retires. He has won 41 major trophies, including 3 Champions Leagues. That's News Radar for this hour. I'm Victoria Ogudende. Thank you for joining us. Stay with us on TVWest for more trusted journalism, meaningful conversations, and solution-focused programming. Until the next bulletin, stay informed, stay inspired. Thank you for joining us.
Debate them, before the politicians defend them. We hear it directly from the people. This is Citizens Direct on TVWest. I am Victoria Ogudende, and today we hit the streets to ask citizens about their biggest frustration with public transport in Nigeria and what solutions do they think can address this issue. The daily commute is a routine millions understand, but it doesn't always come easy. With transportation, it's a different story every day. Today on Citizens Direct, we hit the streets to ask citizens about their biggest frustrations with public transportation and what solutions do they think can address this issue. Let's go.
On Monday, I'm going to Ikeja. Now 700 naira Marwa is collect from Agege to Ikeja. The thing I want to do, you reduce the petrol because all the people, and then when the rain is fall, anytime the rain fall, this motor is 100 naira, they do 700, 800. Help me tell the petrol to come down. I pray for you. And then the Nigeria is good. I like the Nigeria is good.
My advice for government is that about the transport is that sometimes when rain fall, come and see how people can suffer. My advice is that all those tax they are removed for workers, they should use it to provide transport like from another country. They provide enough BRT, enough korope, enough motor for streets, for road, so people cannot suffer about the transport. Like when rain fall, people can suffer. All those transport drivers, they will just increase motor. During the midnight, they will just increase. Almost people are collecting for salary. They are so far, the transport money, it always collects our salary, and it's too much. And government, they don't care. So it's not good. I advise government, all those our tax, they should use it to do something. Because no, everybody enter motor, everybody enter by transport. So they should produce some BRT, Korope, and other motor.
The problems we are facing in Nigeria with the transportation, is it the what's it called, public transport? One is about, some of them we know that okay, their vehicle is faulty. For them to repair the vehicle before they start picking passengers on the road, it will be a problem for them. So it's just that they should, maybe if the, how can I put it, maybe their transport, is it NURTW or what they call it, they should always, maybe they should call themselves together and ask them to always check their buses, their cabs before they put it on the road for them to start picking passengers, because most of these things used to delay passengers for maybe where they are going to, some of them to work, some to maybe one particular what's it called that they're supposed to go to. So let me just say, we Nigerians, we are the one that we have to just repair this country, because this country is for all of us, not for just one person.
In my own opinion, all drivers in Lagos, especially Nigeria, they should check their vehicle before moving on the road, because when I was coming this morning, my bus parked us unknown area where we did not know, because it's not checked his car before entering the express, and that affects a lot of people so much.
It is better to deal with the causes of issue than dealing with the symptom. You understand now? When the father of a home is not a responsible father, the entire home is as good as useless. That is the truth about the whole thing. In other words, when the government of the day is not living to expectation, every photo, every other thing that is going on, the truth is that we don't want this government. So if we are afraid to say, we don't want to, nobody want to, I don't want anybody to see my face, I don't want people to recognize me, then it's as good as then what is the point of even being a Nigerian person in the first place? That is the issue. You understand now? There is corruption, things are not okay. Now you are asking of how the transportation is affecting us. Of course, you know very well now that the person that's supposed to be there is not the right person. You understand now? Because when people think that they can encourage benefits from their fraud, I tell you that the cycle of injustice will continue. Are you getting the story? So the fundamental problem is not about transportation. The fundamental problem is the leadership issue. That that is just the truth. When the right person is there, this whole thing will completely change. You will see it now. There will be somebody that will be on that throne now for the next 3 months or so. You will begin to feel the impact. That dividend of democracy, you begin to see the good thing, the reason why we go out to vote, you begin to see it. But when you have the wrong person on the throne, then the people there will groan. The Bible said in the book of Proverbs that when a bad king is on the throne, he said the people groan. And that is the truth. So it is not about transport issue. It is not about whatever. The issue is that it is a leadership system and leadership problem. And when that is done, that is treated and handled, every other thing will fall in place.
I think it's a system problem. I think it's not a system problem. It's a system that was designed for it to function that way, and it is doing what it was made to do, right? So plus because the dependency of petroleum, the rate at which we adapt to developments and improved technologies to make things better is really slow. We are getting what we've actually, the system we designed basically, and a lot of us are not really aware of the system. That's why we have people in the seats of power drawing these whole things out, mapping it out to their favor. It is directed towards a select few and not the masses. Those few are the primary beneficiaries of these things. The masses are basically the sources of income, basically. So I think the whole thing is with the system. The system needs a revamp. I also speak to people that are exposed to innovations, and there are ways we could actually put all of these things. It doesn't have to be a government thing. We could work on better ways. There are options of electronic vehicles. We work it would improve the power system, because some of these things need to be powered, right? But however, there are people making up for the lack of power. So the chain is long. So it's not just the transport. The transport is just a ripple effect of something that is way beyond our control.
The problem with transportation in Lagos State is most especially the Agboros. When they see crowd on the bus stop, they are the one dictating the fare. They will tell the passenger that, they will tell the driver that this is the amount, you should increase it suddenly because of the crowd. So I think there should be a regulation between the Agboros and the government. They are just increasing the fare uncontrollably. There should be a control between the driver and the government. The bus driver has nothing to do with it.
When it comes to public transport, especially in Lagos State, is the ways and manners they are doing it here. There you got somebody from here to Ogba, they will call him 500, 400, and in the morning, just if price are varies. You ask them, they say because Agboros is collecting money from there. Agboro is one that is fixing price. What I'm seeing there is that people that are now working, they don't own vehicle, they are the one fixing price on how people that own vehicle will be carrying people just sit on one side and be eating money. The other one that are working, they will be collecting money from there. At the end of the way, you look at what those drivers are doing is that the money they pay, buy fuel and pay Agboro, at the end of the day, they fly in the life of the average Nigerians. They will start paying at just price, paying to a fare that is supposed to be not more than 200 naira. They will be paying 500, 400 naira. That's one of the things I explained for public transport in Lagos State here. Because Agboro is one of the major problems here. Because the way the Amanas, they are collecting money from those motorists, and they are now putting in the life of the unpaid Nigerian in this country, they are now adding into it. I think it's what government needs to do is totally scratch these people, allow the system to flow naturally, so that those people that are actually working, those drivers, the money they are working, they can take it home. So that somebody cannot just be working. One people will sit down, one beer parlor, one vet Nigeria place and be eating the money and be eating the money just like that. That's one of the challenges we face in this country. That some people are working, some people are just eating the money. If they can strike this national unity, I believe this transition will be okay in Lagos State.
One of the experience I had with public transport is all this Agboro. These people collecting money, calling themselves tax force. So there was a time there was a heavy downfall. So due to people rushing and people finding means of going home, So those agboros started increasing the fee. Not even from the driver, but them particular started increasing the fee. So that day was very annoying and so. So my solution or advice I would give is that government should find a way to even remove them totally from the road. Totally. If it is possible for commercial vehicle to go and buy their tickets, book it online or pay it online, they should find a way doing that. Not them staying on the road, causing more hiking or making people to be more discomfort. Because to me they bring discomfort to people. They are just there collecting money, unnecessary money. So that's my own solution. And
it's roads. You know, when the roads are not okay, you understand, they tend to put the burden on the people that enter their buses. You know, because of maintaining the vehicle, they will now put everything on us. Just for example, where I'm coming from, around somewhere in Ojo, in my estate, somewhere we used to take bike like 500 naira, but because it's rainy season and the road is not okay, everywhere is flooded. So from 500 naira, the thing went up to 1,500, 2,000 naira. So all those things, bad road also is a factor. I think if the government should, you know, sit up, help us with good roads, you know, accessible roads, I think it will go a very long way. And also in the aspect of fuel, I think if the government can do something about it, you know, and bring down the cost of fuel in the country, I think it will also help. But bad roads, I think bad roads and good drainage system also, I think that's the major problem of bad roads in Lagos especially.
My biggest problem when I have coming out for is vehicle. Coming out in the morning, going to work in the morning, you'll be standing, sometimes you'll be standing, there is no vehicle on the road, and the situation find yourself entering inside the bus, and the bus you will see, it will be closer. Going from here to the island, they will tell you 3,000. That's more cost, and what I advise the government to do, they should provide more vehicles for us so that to be able to carry both bus stop to bus stop, and also the increase of fuel, they should reduce it, because that's what causing the scarcity of vehicle on the road sometimes.
And transportation phase on the high side now, and it's really frustrating because it's a thing to leave home with an amount of money and getting to the park is another thing to meet another price, another addition, and you know, like it's frustrating and you'll be pleased like you are with this particular money. Yesterday you enter this particular location for an amount of money, getting to the park the next day, and you are adding to that money again. And also for drivers, that they will know that their vehicles are in bad condition, and they will still go ahead with that kind of vehicle. All this, what I think government should do is that they should please help to decrease the price of fuel, because that's what both drivers are saying. Because any slight opportunity, they will just increase the transport fare. They will say that this, that, there's a form of job, deal with share, you understand? So government should please, they should reduce the price of the fuel so that the drivers can be considerate with the transport fare.
First and foremost, already we are all aware that the situation of this country is so precarious that first and foremost, we are aware that the situation generally is not favorable to anyone. And then secondly, this transportation issue is something that should go a long way to be supplemented by government in terms of making buses available at a fixed price and at affordable rates. I'm telling you, if that is done, it will go a long way to bring relief to both government and private workers.
The people in the public transport, that is what frustrates me about them. Sometimes they usually do air pollution in the public transport, congestion, and mostly the government should find a way to solve it. I don't know how to solve it, but the government know better, and the government know how to do it.
issue has many voices. Before the experts debate them, before the politicians defend them, we hear it directly from the people. This is Citizens Direct on TV West. I am Victoria Obudende.
My name is Shekoni Kudus Olaiwola. I am a resident of Surulere. Not just a resident. I was born in Surulere. My parents grew up in Surulere. I have a business in Surulere. I run businesses. Okay, I run businesses in Surulere. I just don't live in Surulere. I have my family in Surulere. I have my business in Surulere. So basically, everything that revolves around my life revolves around Surulere. So I am not just a resident. No, I am more of like a number one citizen of Surulere Constituency 1. So what we need, basically, is Honorable Desmond Elliott. And there's a reason behind it. Not just because of any other reason. One, he's close to everybody. He is easily accessible, regardless of whatever your problem is. You can easily access him. You can see him anytime, regardless of whatever your problem is. Now, everybody in Surulere that are out here today, they are not out here for financial gains. No. I know myself what. I don't need anything from any politicians. But you know what I need? I need somebody who can see the cries of everybody around here. They can see everything because it reduces the burden on myself. If you bring in a new person, it does not make sense. You cannot impose people on us. We have one person that knows the grassroots. He knows every single thing. I would stop 10 school students on the road and they will tell you they know Honorable Desmond's house. They know where his office. They can see him directly if you want to. He is very accessible and he's the best man for the job. Surulere is politics for everybody. When it comes to politics, it's not a one man's business. You can't impose anybody on us. We are the ones that live here. We are the ones that know what we're feeling. When we had issues with electricity, he was the only person that stood out. There was no electricity in Surulere for years. He was the only person that stood out. There was no road. My parents' street, there was no road. We had issues and altercation. He was the only person that stood out. Look at the whole of Surulere. Now, he's the only person that came outside to ensure that all of these things was done. Before he came to power, it was literally nothing. There was no lights, no electricity, and nothing. Honorable Desmond Olushola Elliott. He is the man for the job. Everyone out here, that's the person we want. I am speaking for myself and for everybody in the Surulere community. And I'll tell you for a fact, if you just randomly stop anybody, anytime, any day, they will tell you the only person we want is Honorable Desmond Olushola Elliott. And he's the best man for the job. Thank you. My name is Shekuni Olaiwola. Choose the seat. If peradventure APC does not give him the ticket, right now, for somebody like me and all of these people, I'll tell you for a fact, we are going to follow Honorable Desmond Elliott to anywhere he goes because he's the man we want. We are not voting for party. This is 2026. Voting is not for party. It's for the right candidate. It's for the person that is most competent. You can't bring an incompetent person and expect me at my stage and in life to go and vote for one party. No. We are beyond that. This is 2026. If he goes to any party, we are going with him and would ensure he wins the seat and he continues his good job. That's all we want. Thank you.
My name is Oludare Kalewilikan. I'm a resident of Surulere. I was born in Surulere. My mother was born in Surulere. I'm a resident of Surulere, original, not that I came from anywhere. So, and people behind me here are residents of Surulere too. We are advocating for our leaders, our guy that tops them, to understand that Honorable Desmond Olushola Elliott has done a lot in Surulere. Like, he has done a whole lot. So it's not about how far, it's how well what he has done. They say one time he has done a whole lot in Surulere that we can't even let him go. They should please try to understand our own part, because he brought so many jobs opportunities in Surulere, so many jobs, so many school fees is paying. Like, he paid for my own music school. I can say that for sure. And so many people that I can even sing for. He has done so many things in Surulere, so many. that we can't even count. But now we are hearing it's been long there. It's not about all those ones. If we need to move on, we need someone that is working. Is it working? Yes. Is it working? Yes. Is it working? Yes. Is it working? Yes. As far as it's working, then what else? Check how many employments is done in Surulere. He brought Loma to Surulere for us. He employed over 500 people in Surulere. Over 500 people that he brought to Surulere. He brought the job. He took it from wherever he's bringing it from. He gave it to Surulereans like, you people will have work. You people, it's not about giving stipend, giving money. No, he said you people need to work. And they brought work for us. And we're all working. And we're all living fine. This even to some people that were just probably laying down in the politics. When they came and started working, they had to start working too. Because they saw his pace. They saw how much he was working. And they had to start working. Honorable Desmond Elliott is really working. He has done a whole lot for all of us in Surulere. But now I think we should let him go. It's too long. It's too long. No. We want him to keep doing all these things for us.
Okay. Looking at the ticket of the party.
Yes.
A member of the
we are all APC members. Bona fide APC members. But what we want is Honorable Olushola Desmond Elliott to continue the good work. We can't let him go. In terms of sports, he's always there. In terms of, I can't even start mentioning. It's not a whole lot. So we just want him to continue the job for us.
Who are you directing this to?
To the city boy, the president, our excellency, to Honorable Baja, to Obajide Sanwo-Olu, to everybody, all our guys, they should please let him stay.
Let who stay?
Honorable Desmond Olushola Elliott, let him stay. Okay.
Who are you directing this, your message, your grievance to?
We are begging our excellency, Baba Tinubu, to please allow Honorable Desmond to continue the good work. We are begging Honorable Gbadebamila to please help us to make Desmond continue the good work. We are begging Obajide Sanwo-Olu, he should please let the good work continue. We want him in Surulere. We all want him in Surulere. We want him to continue the work. We want him to stay with us for as long as he's working, and we are seeing results.
Which of it is he vying for? Is it still Lagos Assembly of?
Yes, he's vying for Lagos State House of Assembly, Surulere, constituency 1. We don't want imposition. We want us to let us vote. We want no imposition, no bringing anybody. Let us decide who we want, and we want Honorable Desmond Olushola Elliott.
Please, who else?
Yeah, my name is Oludare Khalid Willikan. I'm a resident of Surulere.
And a member of the
I'm a member of APC party.
Could cost absolutely nothing. I mean, zero. Well, on that note, I welcome you to Opportunity Radio TV on TVWest. My name is Daniel Owoyemi. I'm mighty glad to be here. On this episode, we're unpacking how ordinary Nigerians are taking advantage of opportunities out there. Opportunity Radio TV will connect you to life-changing opportunities. But before I really get into details and unveil who my guest is, so we can get into the depth of this, let's go for this break. I'll be back after this time out. Stay with us. Alright, welcome back. You're still on to TVWest, and this is Opportunity Radio TV. Before we went on that break, I told you we're going to be unpacking how Nigerians go into full scholarship. What are the opportunities available for them? And I've been joined this moment by an amazing one who is going to be helping us to unpack this. Good morning, Mrs. Olajumoke Makonjola, representing Study Across Globe.
Good morning, sir.
Glad to have you on Opportunity Radio TV.
Same here, sir.
So let's look at this. Opportunities for Nigerians abound, but not many people are looking at full scholarship. So you want to ask, many Nigerians believe that this is actually impossible. Is it true to have full scholarship, I mean, at zero cost?
Yes, it is. It's very much possible. In sense that we have some partners of body that actually help students or as a nation to actually make the whole study easy. If at all you don't have the financial means, you don't have, but so far you are very intellectually sound, you have much opportunity there, because those people actually look at some categories of things to work with before issuing out a scholarship. And we have a scholarship body that actually help students per se to make it very much easier to achieve your dream in other countries.
So is there anything as full scholarship?
Yes.
So but some you hear scholarship and they don't give you full. Is this still scholarship?
Yes, it's still scholarship.
What do you call that?
Partial scholarship, and we have full scholarship.
Okay, so who pays for this scholarship? I mean, you go to school, you don't pay anything. Who pays for that? They say there's nothing free anywhere, even in Freetown. So how come there are towns something is free? Who pays?
Okay, so we have some bodies that actually helps. They take care of that. That's the government part of the whole scholarship. Bodies of NNPC, Chevrons. We have other people that actually helps with the whole full scholarship part. We have the Irish government that actually, you know, help students with the whole full scholarship funded.
So you want to ask which countries offer the best of the scholarship? I mean, we have scholarship in Nigeria, but which countries globally offer this scholarship?
Like I said, Irish government actually offers full scholarship. We also have what's it called, Chevron, that helps students to, you know, so far you are willing, like I said earlier, so far you are willing to take hold this whole process. So we have people that are willing to do everything like that, and the bodies of Chevron, NNPC, Irish, and some of the schools in UK so actually give what's it called, tuition deposit scholarship. That is it.
Okay, now let's try to get into details now.
Okay.
So when you talk about scholarship, like when do applications really begin? This is July now.
Yeah, this is July.
As application started, or which period? Is it summer, winter? I mean, which period?
Okay, so the major process for intake is September. That's the major. We have June. We have January. Some schools have May, June, and majorly September. But the major one is September, that we have mass people going to study. So for that, for majorly the scholarship part is going to be for September intake.
Okay, you want to share with us maybe names of some of those scholarships that will be available in September?
Okay, so for the scholarships that's going to be available in September, we have the, what's it called, the Chevron, we have the NNPC, we have this Irish government too.
Okay.
They also give full scholarship to students that are willing.
So interested people should start looking out for
Yeah,
September,
they should start looking out for
apply.
September to apply. So they will definitely apply before September because they are working towards September intake. So we're looking at the likes of May, June. No, sorry, May, April. So the scholarship should be ahead of the September intake.
So when you say scholarship, what are the reviewers? What are they looking out for? Because we're still going to be looking at details, but like just mention 1 or 2 things that they are looking out for.
Okay.
Thousands of people are applying from different parts of the world.
So when we are talking about full scholarship, we're talking about how responsible is the person going to be to handle the whole process, because I mean they are doing the person a big favor, huge favor. You have the willingness to actually study, but the means are not there. You understand? So this body is actually, you know, they are looking forward to someone that has that is intellectually sound, someone who is very, very brilliant. You understand? Whereby your financial status is actually low. I mean, you cannot give full funded scholarship to someone that has it.
But talk to
me.
The
value is not going to be there.
Why do some people? I just want to put myself in the shoes of someone who is watching and is wondering, oh, I've applied several times. So what's made people? I mean, what makes people get rejected? Why are some people rejected?
Okay, so like you said, there are thousands of people that are going to apply. Different qualification, different things they've actually put in it. So they look into few things. How responsible is this person? I mean, we attended universities. Are you committed? Do you have a maybe a particular club you join or something that makes you responsible? Do you do community service?
So even activities such as extracurricular,
it's a factor.
But for someone who did all of these things, I mean, submitted the CVs, the personal statements, and they still got a no, what could be that thing that they may not pay attention to that may be getting them disqualified?
Like I actually said earlier, we have 1001 different qualifications, different, so there'll be a particular thing these people are looking into. Like I said, extracurricular activities, intellectually sound, and if the person does not have the means but is willing to learn.
Fantastic. So does it matter whether you graduate with 2-2? Can you still get scholarship?
Okay, so most of the scholarships they do with 2-1.
2-1.
Yes, okay. That's what I'm saying. You have to be I'm not saying 2-2 is actually not good or third class. No, I'm saying that we have thousands of people doing into this. We have thousands of applicants. So we have first class, we have 2-1, we have 2-2. So definitely they want to pick out the outstanding ones. I'm not saying 2-2 is not outstanding. I'm not saying third class. But with the whole competition thing, I feel from first class to 1. And we have that of what's it called, third class, second class, lower, that can also apply to. That's the partial scholarship with the school. So most of the schools actually help international students to reduce the tuition. You know, let's assume you have a particular tuition fee of maybe 21,000 and you're giving a discount of 5,005 or probably 7,000. It's something. You understand? But we're looking at full funded scholarship whereby you don't need to pay tuition fee, you don't need to do living expense, your health fee, everything is going to be taken care of. So I mean, it's a word of competition.
Well, you have been in this terrain for quite a number of years. That's your brand. So you'd like to share with us, have you seen anyone who has gone through this, or have you seen anyone through the process of application for full scholarship and the person came out with yes? Have you seen such
yes. Oh,
tell us about
okay, so in my agency, that was last year September, Study Across Globe, we have one of our students that applied to University of Austin, located in Birmingham City. So we have that person last year September. The person actually got full funded scholarship from the university.
100%.
Yes, 100%.
And you took the person through the whole application?
We actually took the person through the whole application process and everything. So we have thousands of people that actually applied.
Can you let us into something spectacular that you do when it comes to applying that? Of course, I mean, for that person now that made the person get a yes. I mean, something spectacular.
Okay, so the person applied very early.
Early application, right?
Yes, it matters a lot. Yes, person applied very early, and the person actually put the whole process, did the CV, did everything, the extracurricular, whatever she was doing, into the community service she was doing, and then she actually attached everything. So she was. It's not like
proofs,
she.
Right?
Yes, it's not like she lied or anything. Everything was genuine, and she had a good result.
Okay, well, in case you're just joining us, you're still on to Opportunity Radio TV, reaching you from TVWest, and I've been speaking with my guest, none other than Mrs. Olajumoke Makonjola, joining us from Study Across Globe. We'll go for a break now, and when we return, the team may get bigger than this. Do not be surprised. We're just unpacking opportunities, particularly as Nigerians leave this money on table, full scholarship for study abroad. We'll be back after this time out. Welcome back. You're still on to TVWest, and this is Opportunity Radio TV, and we have been looking at opportunities abound in applying for full scholarship. My guest has been Ms. Olajumoke Makonjola, and this time around we're having the larger team as King David joins us. Hello, King David. Welcome.
Yeah, well, thank you.
You're sitting like you are the king now, right? So you come and take. All right, so
good afternoon.
You're welcome. So Mr. Olajumoke has done a bit of this, so we just want to take it a little higher now. We want to look at the toolbox of applying for full scholarship. What are the things that should be in that toolbox? Some get yes, some get no. But for those who get yes, which we are aware that you've been part of, so what are those things? For instance, which country should one target? Which country offers more scholarship?
Okay. In terms of countries that offer more scholarship, I don't think would be placing overemphasis on just one country, but countries like the UK offer scholarship, the US, Germany, Australia. There are so many countries that offer a whole lot or a wider range of scholarships. So we cannot just streamline it down to a particular country.
That makes it even more interesting. So you can cast your nets for as wide as you can.
You can explore.
Okay, so what are the courses? Is it STEM courses? Is it social science? What are the courses that offer more that people can really leverage?
Well, I think that at the larger scale of it, there are some scholarships that are course specific. Like the scholarship was designed to attend to a particular industry within a particular economy. Okay. So there are so many, like when you talk about the NMPC scholarship, for example, we already know where it is channeled towards, and some scholarship are also channeled. It's just depending on, I feel like at the core of it, it's depending on the aspect of the economy that body of scholarship has decided to attend to. Absolutely. So that's why we do not have any particular scholarship that is designed solely for you. You just need to typically explore. When the scholarship come out, you tend to see the range of courses that it has been designed to attend to, and if it does suit your checklist, you can put in application.
Okay, you shared a success story the other time, and it gladdens heart to hear that you were part of such from A to Z. Yeah. But it's important to also ask, for some of these scholarship people do interview, right? So is it for all of them to do interview, or some are interview phobia? I mean, interview phobic. They hear of interview, they're afraid, they want to go, they apply for visa, they say interview, they're afraid. So is it all of this scholarship application that people have to appear for interview?
Yeah, but mostly you have to take an exam. Like I said, for them to streamline or sieve some some entries, yes. So they need to, out of thousands or millions of people that is going to apply, definitely they'll write an exam. So after the exam, some people will pass, and it's beyond whatever you've budgeted for. So I feel your interview is going to sieve some other people. Yes.
So I'll come back to you, King David. Like when you do your CV now, let's look at the toolbox. I want us to unpack the toolbox now. Your CV, what should your CV look like when you're applying for, for sponsorship, for scholarship? What should your CV look like?
Okay, for the CV is meant to be a document that exposes intricate details about you, starting from who you are, your detailed assessment of who you are, what you believe in, your values, and what you stand for. Then after that, they want to see your educational qualifications. They want to see the level you've gotten to academically. Of course, you need to also be detailed in your CV, because you're applying for a scholarship, you're in competition against so many people, probably in competition against the world. So you would want to place yourself at a bit, and at the core of it is the fact that we tailor our CVs to suit the opportunities we want to apply for. So you need to tailor your CV to suit the opportunity you're planning to apply for. So you would want to place in academic qualifications that are typically relevant to that opportunity. And after that, there is also the experience range. There are some scholarships, very, very strong details about you as a person.
Okay, now CV is just one out of many things that should be in that toolbox for application. So what are those other things? Like, I want to apply for full scholarship now. What are the things that the document, the credentials, the things that
Okay, just like you said, the CV is just one out of many. There is the academic certification script, the WAEC, and
it's like there is your personal statement. What is personal statement?
The personal statement.
Let me be realistic. Okay. The first time I had personal statement, in fact, they didn't call it personal statement; they call it PS, statement of purpose. Yeah. I thought it was song of praise. So, personal statement. What is it all about? What is it? So it's just a statement.
It's not just a statement.
Like when you go to police station, they say right statement. That statement is just not one statement.
Even the statement within the Nigerian country is more than a statement.
Okay.
Okay. So just like it states, it's a personal statement. It means that it has to do about who you are, what you represent, and why you are a viable investment for that scholarship. They want to see that there, and that means that to a large extent, you must have done your research. You must have researched about the scholarship program, what the program is all about, what benefit is included, and what results they want to see on the scholarship.
Wow.
And so all of these deals is what would help you and guide you and inform you about what to put in your personal statement. But at the core of your personal statement is they want to see who you are, they want to see your future ambitions, they want to see prospect, your future prospect before you are writing your personal statement.
Yeah.
Oh, impressive. In case you're just joining us, you're still on to which is Opportunity Radio TV, and we have been looking at how Nigerians can leverage on full scholarship, and I have been joined by people who have hands-on experience taking people through how they apply for scholarship and they got a yes. So we'll be right back after this time out, but in a moment, if you have interest in applying for something of this nature, I think you should wait for the next segment, which I'll be unpacking some other interesting approaches. We'll be back after this time out. Alright, come back. You're still on to Opportunity Radio TV, reaching you live and direct, reaching you from TVWest. So I'm being joined as usual by the representatives from study.
Actually don't know what it all entails. They don't know the documents you get. So
okay, that's the biggest mistake they make when it comes to.
Yes.
Okay, I'll come to King David. If I had
say no, is because scholarship are different from each other. There is need-based scholarship and there's merit-based scholarship. They're different from each other. The needs-based scholarship requires quite some. And before
I'll come to me, so okay. The easiest country to target is what?
The easiest country to target based on scholarship, right?
Yes.
Okay, like David has said earlier, we have different countries.
So there's no easiest country.
Like everything, you have your merit, you have your dismerit. So we have some factors to put into it.
So does not exist. There's no easiest country.
We have. I will not. Don't put me on that spot, please. What I'm saying is, we have some conditions that actually merit it. So I will not want us to use easiest.
Okay.
So it's just
okay. Since there is no easiest, the hardest country to target is which? King David.
The hardest countries to target
based on scholarship.
Yes. I don't think there is an hard country to target. I just feel like you need to have a merit.
Okay. So what should applicants stop doing, and what should applicants start doing? What should applicants start doing?
They should connect to the right source when it comes to the scholarship base.
So what should applicants stop doing?
They should stop just dreaming and start putting together the right documents necessary for the applications.
All right, I think on that note, we have been able to touch on vital areas of what it requires for you to apply for full scholarship. I've been joined by very amazing people from Study Across Globe. That is Mrs. Olajumoke Makonyola. Thank you so much for coming to Opportunity Radio TV. I hope next time we'll invite you. You'll be more than willing to join us. And also by King David, the IT of Study Across Globe. Thank you so much for coming to Opportunity Radio TV. Until next edition of Opportunity Radio TV, I remain yours sincerely, Daniel Oweyemi. Ensure that when you see opportunities, you grab it not only with one hand, with two hands, because the major difference between the rich and the poor is just about opportunities that they hear of and they take advantage of timely. Thank you so much, executive producer and everyone behind the camera, and we hope that next time you will join us. Thank you, and keep watching TVWest. Have a great day. Bye.
My name is Alera Solo. I'm a resident and an indigene of Sulere. Honorable Desmond is our son. I speak for the older people who are not here with us. He's our brother. I speak for his age group. and is our representative for the whole of Surulere. I'm from Ward F3, where he's domiciled. He's, according to the mandates for APC, he's the grassroots. He knows everybody. He knows who's sick, who has passed. He knows the Christians. He knows the Muslims. He knows who is in need. He knows the community that he needs to work for. We don't want an imposition in Surulere. He's the very grassroots. Everybody's here is not, we're not gathered here for 1 naira. We're gathered here for the works he has done. We know his works for the electricity problems we have in Surulere. We know what he does, we know what he's doing, and we know his plans for the future. Every one of us here wants him back. He's a great representation for Christianity. He's the only one. He's the only Christian we have in Surulere. In all of the appointees, the electioneers, everybody. He's the only one. And he's touching everybody. We need him here. We didn't come here to fight. We are protesting, but quietly, and we are hoping that you hear from us. And you hear. I don't think he's here. He's not here. I think he's in Abuja. He doesn't know what's going on right now. I haven't seen him in months. He doesn't know what's going on here. We're not gathered for him. This is a gathering of people who live in his constituency, in Surulere here. All of us here are Surulereans.
Thank you. Your name again?
My name is Alera Solo.
lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba dániwáyé ọba ṣẹ̀dá ọba tó ka èmi àti ẹ̀yin sí ní àkókò tí ẹ̀ ń wo ìkànnì TVWest yìí a mú ètò kan pàtàkì kí la pè ètò náà kí ni Bíbélì sọ lórí ètò yìí la ó ti máa jíròrò la ó ti pe àwọn akọni ẹ̀dá àwọn tó mọ̀ ti fún tẹ̀dọ̀ inú Bíbélì ìyẹn àwọn àlùfáà àwọn pásítọ̀ tí wọ́n mọ̀ ibi tí wọ́n dojú ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run kọ nínú Bíbélì ibi tí a ó ti máa jíròrò àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ta kókó lónìí àlùfáà wà nínú ilé agodo níbí báyìí ìyẹn àlùfáà wo ni mò ń pè rí the Venerable Simeon Ajayi láti inú ìjọ the African Church Emmanuel Parish Ọgbà àwọn ni a ó jìjọ máa gbé àkórí ọ̀rọ̀ tòní ni pé kí ni Bíbélì sọ lórí ìdámẹ́wàá àti ọrẹ orúkọ mi ò yí padà Àbọ̀sẹ̀dé Adégbóyèga lórúkọ mi ẹ máa bá wa. ẹ̀yin ará ilé ẹ bá mi kí káàbọ̀ sínú ìkànnì yìí lówùúrọ̀ yìí àlùfáà àgbà ìjọ the African Church Emmanuel Parish Ọgbà the Venerable Simeon Ajayi ẹ káàbọ̀ ẹ bá mi kí àwọn ará ilé.
iṣẹ́ púpọ̀ akí gbogbo àwọn ará ilé ìgbẹ́ tẹ̀ wọ́n wá pé àkókò yìí àgbàdúrà pé ọlọ́run àánú àfihàn ẹ̀ àpáyé gbé nígbà orúkọ Jésù ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
lákòókò yìí a ó máa ṣàgbéyẹ̀wò kókó ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ wípé kí ni Bíbélì sọ lórí ìdámẹ́wàá àti ọrẹ nínú Bíbélì àwọn kan gbàgbọ́ wípé wọ́n kọ síbẹ̀ pé dandan ni kí a máa san ìdámẹ́wàá àwọn kan sì gbàgbọ́ pé torí àwọn èèyàn Ísírẹ́lì lásìkò yẹn òfin mosaic òun ni wọ́n ń lò òye ló sọ wípé kí wọ́n máa san ìdámẹ́wàá. Kí ni ẹ lè bá wa sọ nípa ìdámẹ́wàá?
Ìdámẹ́wàá gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti pè ní èdè Yorùbá, mo mọ̀ pé ní ayé tí a wà lónìí ó ti jẹ́ nǹkan tí ó ti dá àríyànjiyàn tó pọ̀ sílẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá wò ó lọ síbi tí ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, a rí i pé ìdámẹ́wàá ò yẹ kó jẹ́ ohun tó máa di àríyànjiyàn gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti ń fà á nínú ní kúkúrú èdè. Ìdámẹ́wàá ní bí Yorùbá ṣe pé ó jẹ́ ìdámẹ́wàá ohun tí èèyàn ní àfi fún Ọlọ́run. Ó lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá ńlá wa tí a pè ní Ábúráhámù. Níbẹ̀ ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹni àkọ́kọ́ tó san ìdámẹ́wàá nìyẹn. Sísan ìdámẹ́wàá ti ẹ̀dẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ́ kì í ṣe pé Ọlọ́run ló pa á láṣẹ fún láti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Òun fúnra ara ẹ̀ láti inú ẹ̀ ló fi ẹ̀mí ìmoore hàn sí Ọlọ́run. Bàbá wò ó nínú Bíbélì, ìwé Genesis orí 14, àárín ńbẹ̀ Ábúráhámù jáde ó lọ ja ogun láti gba Lot sílẹ̀ kúrò lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó kó àwọn ará Sódómù àti Lot, nítorí gbà yẹn Lot ń gbé ní ilẹ̀ Sódómù, so ogun wá ja ilẹ̀ Sódómù àti Gòmórà, so wọ́n kó Lot pẹ̀lú àwọn ogun yẹn, so Lot dẹ̀ jẹ́ bí àbúrò sí Ábúráhámù, so Ábúráhámù jáde ó lọ jagun ó dẹ̀ gba Lot sílẹ̀, ó tún kó ẹrù ó kẹrù ó kó wálé, so nígbà tó fi wá délé inú ẹ̀ dùn pé bí ogun yẹn ṣe le tó òun ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ láti borí, so ó wá ní òun dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run láti inú ọkàn rẹ̀ ló fi sọ pé ókè gbogbo nǹkan tó ń kọ́ lójú ogun yẹn ìdámẹ́wàá ẹ̀ òun fi fún ẹ tí a pè ní Mèkísédékì nínú Genesis chapter 14 yẹn a pè ní ọba Salem, king of Salem. Àdìtú mìíràn nìyẹn ká fi yẹn sílẹ̀, so òun ni ẹni tí Ábúráhámù fún ní ìdámẹ́wàá ní àkókò yẹn, so ó jẹ́ ohun tó ti inú ẹ̀ wá tí olóyìnbó pè ní voluntary act of gratitude to God. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó ń tẹ̀síwájú lábẹ́ òfin Mósè gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ, so àwọn èèyàn rí i pé òkè Ábúráhámù ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, Jákọ́bù ṣe máa mú ìdámẹ́wàá wá fún sí ilé Ọlọ́run, torí pé oore ọ̀fẹ́ yìí á jẹ́ kí a lè ṣe ìtọ́jú àwọn ọmọ Léfì àti àwọn mìíràn tó yẹ kí Ọlọ́run bá pèsè fún wọn kí wọ́n máa mú wá. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ fi àṣẹ sí, so láti ìgbà yẹn ló ti di òfin tí àwọn ará Ísírẹ́lì tẹ̀lé.
Ní àwọn ará Ísírẹ́lì ni wọ́n ń tẹ̀lé, bọ̀ ní òde òní àòsí láyé ìgbà àwọn Ísírẹ́lì gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan kì í ṣe òfin láti ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run bá. Àwa sọ pé wọ́n ti sọ di òfin, ǹjẹ́ ó pọn dandan fún Kìrìsìtẹ́nì láti máa san?
Ní gbogbo ọ̀nà generally, bóyá ó jẹ́ ohun tí ènìyàn ń ṣe láti inú ọkàn rẹ̀ láti fi ẹ̀mí ìmoore hàn sí Ọlọ́run. Ní ti ìhà bóyá kó jẹ́ dandan àbí kó má jẹ́ dandan, bí wò pé